my channel. Today I wanted to do something different. I've been sewing so far this year with knits, and I have a lot of knits left and scraps, and I don't know what to do with them. I don't have enough for a skirt. I've made a few masks, so I decided, you know, they have a 4-way stretch. They're super comfy. If you didn't see where I wore this, I tried to make a Miss Ratched inspired coat dress outfit. Didn't come out how I wanted, but it still came out cute, and I gotta say, appropriate for the Miami weather. I'll put a link to where I wore it so you can see it in action. So I have extra knit fabric. It has a 4-way stretch, so I decided, since I love the feel, why not make, dare I say, panties. So I came across a Etsy shop called RAD Patterns, and I wanted something, at least I like my panties when I want them comfortably, you know, for everyday wear. I like high-rise panties, or, you know, granny panties. So I'm going to be using the RAD patterns, and they're called panel undies, because you could use different combinations, and I really like it for the future if I have many scraps. And this pattern is really great because it comes with 3 different sizes, a hipster, a mid-rise brief, and a high-rise brief. We're gonna get started and we're gonna see how it comes off. I'm gonna be using elastic. I actually bought, I didn't know it was a thing, lingerie elastic. So that's the only thing I bought for this. Maybe I'll keep it a few. It was really cheap at a shop by me. It was, I think, 3 yards for like $1. It was super cheap. In this series, I want to call it a not so sewing tutorial because I'm still learning as a seamstress, but I do have a lot that I think I could share to people, and I've been asked a lot to do sewing videos, so I thought this would be a great way. And also, this is it should be a great like beginner project. I will not be using a serger, so you could use your sewing machine at home to make this. So let's get started, and if you have any questions or if you've used this pattern, let me know in the comments below. So we're going to start off by printing our pattern, and usually the PDF comes with how you're going to put it together. So you fold, and I use tape to one side and then line them up. Make sure that when you print your pattern, you find a little test square and measure it with a ruler to make sure that it's printing the right ratio, because it could be out of proportion and not be what you need. Once you put your pattern together, you're going to cut your specific size. I used an extra large. Make sure not to go off your normal sizes. Always go off what the pattern says. After you cut out your pattern pieces, you're going to cut out your fabric. And don't be like me and have an old rotary cutter and get frustrated.
A few moments later.
Once you have your appropriate fabric scissors, you're going to cut out, as instructed on each pattern piece, the pieces that you need. The good thing about this pattern is you can mix and match if you have different to color block on your panties if you want. But I chose the same color for everything since this is a scrap that I had. So after you have all your pieces cut, you're going to begin sewing. And for the first piece, you're going to sew the crotch piece together. So we could bend the front of the panty to the back of the panty. And then I use a zigzag stitch for most of this project. Then we're going to put the crotch piece on top, and that's when I use just the basting stitch because we're just going to keep it there until we need it again for later. Now we're going to put all the sides of the panels together. This one you can't see a difference because I'm using the same color, but I'm using a zigzag stitch to put them all together. Now, I'm not using a serger, but I want to finish my edges. So my machine has a zigzag kind of serger look stitch. So I am trimming my raw edge, and then I'm going to go with my machine and give it that false serger look to give it a clean finish on the inside. Yay, it's looking like panties. Now it's time for the elastic. For the elastic, you're going to put the right side of the fabric with the right side of the scalloped lingerie elastic. And you're going to sew as close as you can to the scallop. So when you fold it over, you're going to stitch on top and it's going to hide your raw edges. And it's going to give you a clean finish and you'll only be able to see the scalloped edges. While editing, I realized that I should have had an overhead view. I haven't figured out how to put my camera in a way that you could see me and not my hands in the way. I think I figured it out for the next one, so just bear with me. Feel free if you have any questions regarding this, leave it in the comments below and I'll answer it to the best of my abilities. Then you're going to repeat the same type of technique to the leg portions of the panties. And then you're done. I just finished trying on the panties. Of course, a lady doesn't show her unmentionables. I tried them on. They are super comfortable. I think it was such an easy sew. I was able to do it in one afternoon. And just with fabric I had laying around, the only thing I bought was this beautiful, I mean, you guys, look how pretty that is. Can you see? And since it's a knit, a stretch fabric, it's really forgiving. So if you mess up or you grab more than what you need, it's gonna adjust to your body. And it's all about the comfort because again, this is something we're gonna wear underneath our clothes. Now that I've done this, I'm interested in trying bras. Make sure if you like this video, you hit subscribe and like. I would greatly appreciate it, and it's a free way to help your girl out. Thank you and have a wonderful day.